Hey, Leilani with the Magical Solution here with part 2 of Espiritismo Resources for you. So, if you are interested in spiritism, spiritualism, Espiritismo, mediumship, then definitely check out part 1 for some amazing resources and amazing people that you can check out. And of course, this video, part 2. So, the next person that I have on my list of amazing resources for Espiritismo, spiritism, spiritualism, and mediumship is my friend Stephen. Yes, so Stephen is an amazing individual. I did an interview with him on my show, This Is How We Grow, a couple months back. He is a historian and just a brilliant person and someone who really walks the walk when it comes to spiritualism. He also runs the Spiritualist Center in Rochester, New York, and hosts several mediumship development groups, both online and offline, and he is an absolute darling. I highly suggest you find him, you read his blogs, and you befriend him because he is brilliant and a wonderful source of information. Another amazing resource that I absolutely adore that I actually found right here on TikTok is the Kurdish Oracle. So this is an individual who talks about Espiritismo, but he also does so from his traditional background, Kurdish background, which is so dope because, again, and I've said this before a million times, Espiritismo can vibe with anything. It can vibe with anything. There are people all over the world practicing the spiritualist, spiritist, Espiritismo tenets in conjunction with their regular religion all over the world. Japan, China, Africa, the Middle East, like everywhere. And the Kurdish Oracle here on TikTok is one of those individuals that comes from a far off land, but gets it, totally gets it. And his information that he gives on his TikTok, so cool. So definitely check him out. And last but definitely not least, your girl. Yes, that's right, me, Leilani of the Magical Solution. I am an espiritista, a bruja, a healer, a divine, all the things. I'm all the things, okay? But specifically with Espiritismo, I have been teaching Espiritismo. I've been heading tables for a very long time. I'm part of Puerto Rican Espiritismo, White Table, Kardec Espiritismo. That incorporates a lot of my Puerto Rican folk practices, a lot of my Catholic practices, and of course a lot of my excuse me, a lot of my East Asian practices as well that's incorporated into it. But I host mediumship development courses and intensive. I host mentorships. I host online misas. I give out tons and tons of information. I write blogs. And of course, I have the YouTube channel that has a section dedicated to my Espiritismo and reading Espiritismo texts and spiritualist texts and kind of breaking all of that stuff down for you guys. So, in case you don't know who I am, definitely go check me out, mostly on Facebook and on YouTube. That's where I really do the chunk of my teaching and the chunk of my advertising for that. At the Magical Solution, and that's magical with a CK. Anyways, I hope you guys found these 2 videos for resources very, very helpful, because here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. If you want to go on a journey of spiritism, spiritualism, Espiritismo, and really take your mediumship to the next level, specifically in a more mystic, spiritualist way, please keep in mind that our tenets are really about progression and evolution, but not just spiritual progression. Excuse me. Not just emotional progression, but intellectual and mental progression as well. And so this idea of constantly studying, constantly being insatiable for information and knowledge is literally encouraged in this practice. So these 2 videos with regards to Espiritismo Resources, go do it. Go look up these people Go find information, take these classes, because you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself. You know, like we speak so much about evolution, elevation, progression, and we speak about it a lot when it comes to like our ancestors and stuff, but we don't talk about it when it comes to us, which is weird. And in Espiritismo, the main focus is us, believe it or not. The spirits and the mediumship and the healing and all that comes secondary. The spirits, our ancestors, our spirit guides, are supposed to be assisting us. You know what I'm saying? It is a mutual exchange. So, you know, when you're out here doing this thing and and you're on your spiritual journey trying to figure out what your stuff is, definitely take a stop over to the Spiritualist Corner, because that will allow you a safe space to explore all of your spiritual curiosities and still maintain, you know, a routine, a consistent development routine for yourself. And I think that if nothing else, if you get nothing else from these people and resources, you at least get that. And that is probably the most important thing you're going to need on your spiritual journey. Anyways, I hope you guys found this information helpful. My name is Leilani. This is The Magical Solution, and this is how we grow.